I can't believe I'm here.
What? This is crazy. Go. Fairbanks, Alaska. I only have one goal. See the northern lights. Maybe glacier shots? That'd be cool. What about dog sledding? That's pretty cool. No, snowmobiling. I have to do snowmobiling. Dude. Hot spring? What are good glaciers? How long to drive to Anchorage? What's the weather in Alaska? Why do the northern lights happen? How cold is negative 15 degrees? Why is it so dark in Fairbanks, Alaska?
Why is there a yoga room in the airport? About to drive to the North Pole. No, not the North Pole, but a town called the North Pole. So, we're gonna check it out. It was my first time staying in a hostel. And so I arrived in Fairbanks on Wednesday, 2, 3-ish, and little did I know, the sun's starting to set, the days are shorter, and in fact, the weird thing with the area is that it almost seems like it's in a perpetual sunrise or sunset. So, like here, like in the Midwest, you'll have sunsets or sunrises happen within 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 15, happens pretty quickly. And so, when it starts to set, it's like, if you're getting photo or video, it's like, it's go time. But here, since like different position on Earth, it is a lot slower. So like almost like the whole day it's rising. Like it seems like it's like the sun is rising, and then like the whole day, the other half is like it's setting. It sounds weird, but it's just like it's really slow, and it's not like the sun can set for like 2 hours. It feels like you have that golden hour for like a long time. Anyways, got into Fairbanks, and then I went to Billy's hostel, which Billy is like a local legend. She has hosted hundreds and in fact thousands of people that come. She started out by doing this with miners or workers in the area, I think. So catching the northern lights is a lot harder than I thought. I thought, you can come in and just see these things, but the best way I can compare it is like catching a wave, like in surfing. And when like you're looking out, and like there's kind of this flow you get from like searching for the waves in itself, or even looking for a good sunset. Like you can't really predict that stuff fully, and so there's a bit of like more searching in the process, which is kind of fun. I didn't really realize that part. I thought you kind of show up to Alaska and all of a sudden, boom, it starts happening.
No way!
The whole time I was here, bad mojo for seeing the like northern lights, like bad conditions. But I was like, hey, I gotta go out. So I went out to Murphy's Dome, which is the local spot, and you can see it's like an observatory, like a science observatory, and then that's off, not allowed to the public, but to the public, there's this parking lot over this side, and it kind of like the highest elevation around the area, so it's a good lookout point, beautiful, very icy wasteland type vibe, and so that was cool. So I actually got to see a small version of the Northern Lights. next day, we went to see a glacier about 2 hours south, 2.5 hours. Yeah, 2.5 hours, and the snow like 3 hours. So, yeah, a 6-hour trip driving, and then hiking there and stuff. So, yeah, it was a cool glacier, and I bought some spice for it. But the cool thing was I was planning to go alone, but the people from the hostel. I just met went on a trip with me to this place, and then while I was at the hot springs, I met these two girls who were from Ohio. One of them lives in Alaska now in Anchorage, but she was like, can you take our picture? And this is on the way back, and I was trying to get drone footage at this time with the car, and so I was like, yeah, I'll take your picture. And they're like, oh, can we get yours? And I was like, sure. But I was like, actually, can you drive my Jeep while I get a video of it? Because I was trying to fly the drone while I'm driving the vehicle. And it's it's doable, but it's not great footage. So it's like, if they're driving that, then I can focus on the drone. So they did that, and they helped me out, and it turned out amazing. And so, and it's just funny because they're from Dayton, Ohio, and it's just the connections, and then the sun was setting, and so it was just a really fun day.
They left me a Christmas tree light remote. Nice. I like it. We have this nice little Alaska stuff shelf. Lots of movies. Lots and lots of movies. Books. Memorabilia. Very cool. I have to go pee really bad. And I forgot. It's a dry cabin, meaning outhouses. So, also I'm curious. Nice. Almond milk. Compliments of the house.
Nothing wakes you up more in the morning than having to get clothes on and walk outside to go to the bathroom. Whew, it's cold.
That's why people want to hear it. So I got back from a trip from Fairbanks, Alaska, and I just wanted to do a quick recap of my last day and 2 lessons I learned from the trip. So on my last day at Fairbanks, I wanted to get some shots of sled dogs. So I went to this town about an hour south of Fairbanks, and I'm going there, and it's I'm bound to run into sled dogs. It's this is Iditarod territory. It's the biggest, sled dog race in America, in the world, I would say. I don't know a lot about it, but so I go to this place, and I'm looking around, and my plan is to go to this house that does bookings. I tried booking with them, and I couldn't because I'm traveling solo last second. Anyways, and I was gonna ask, can I take some footage of your dogs? And then they weren't there. So as I'm about to leave, I see in my rearview mirror these people packing up for some type of trip. They're packing, they have snowmobiles, they're getting some hunting stuff together, and he's got a pack of dogs there. So I go over, and so I'm contemplating my car. It's hey, should I do this? And I was okay, I'm just gonna go do it, just ask. And so go over there and ask him, hey man, can I, film your dogs a little bit? I'm getting some footage, I'm in the area and I wanted to. And he's yeah, sure, that's no problem. So I start asking him, it's like, why are you here? What are you doing? What's your crew? And, he's like, oh yeah, it's like, we're going on a fishing trip. He's like, you watch Alaskan reality TV shows?
Yeah, you watching the Alaska reality TV shows?
And I was like, it seems like, no, not really.
Not really, but
He was like, okay. He joked, he's like, it's probably good.
You're not missing out on much.
And so I, asked, are you in one?
are you in one?
And he's like, yeah, I'm in Life Below Zero.
Yeah, a Life Below Zero.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
And so I was like, okay, well, that's kind of cool. I heard about it, but I never watched it. So it's on Disney Plus and stuff, National Geographic. So I, talked to their videographer a little bit. It was just kind of cool and just stuff. So anyways, and then I left and I got some cool shots of nature on the way back home and then took a plane back here. But 2 lessons I learned from the trip. Number 1 would be you can do a lot more than you think you can do. I can do a lot more than I think I can do. I mean, as I was going to this trip, I didn't know if it'd work out. First time traveling solo, really, staying at a hostel, traveling in a place I've never traveled to and like conditions I'm not really used to, a little bit colder than I'm used to and snowier. So, but it worked out, and I think when you think about the hardest thing you have to do this week, it just, when you do something physical like that, I'm not saying I was completely roughing it, but when you do something physical like working out, pushing your boundaries, it's like, taking these hard conversations, everything else in life seems a little bit easier. And so, like, the responsibilities I have now to like fix my dishwasher, clean my room, and go to my job, it's like, these things don't seem as hard anymore. So I think it's just a good reminder. And then number 2 is that to seize the moment. So as I'm there, like I was trying to get shots of the northern lights, and it was kind of hard to like, get these shots. So as I'm going up, trying at night looking for these, and I start to see them, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna drive to this spot and go and take pictures, and then they look really beautiful right now. So I just gotta make it there, and then all of a sudden they're gone. And if I only would have stopped and pulled over and took in the shot, then I would have had it. And so, and same with the guy, like asking me if I could take footage of his dogs. I asked this guy, hey, can I get some shots of your dogs? And I just had to ask him. And there's these missed opportunities we have in life because we assume someone will not react the way we think. We'll come up with all these excuses in our minds on what they would say. It's like, I'm too busy, or no, I don't want to. But really, it's we just have to take those opportunities when we see them. So if it looks good, seems good, then really you should just go for it. And so I think that was something that kind of stuck out to me. And even in the sermon today at church, they're talking about how we have these missed opportunities to talk about Jesus and to and just to take those when we have those. And I think it's easy to do. And so I don't know if I'm oversimplifying it. Maybe you shouldn't go for everything if it seems good, but I think a lot of the time when you see an opportunity and it's like seems good, really you should just go for it. So that was my trip to Fairbanks, Alaska. It was a blast. Stats about the trip: it was about $1,100 total. Spent some money on spikes, and I got a dent in the car that wasn't, not a dent, chip on the windshield that I wasn't expecting, and something flew and hit it. So probably would have spent a little under $1,000 if those things didn't happen. But yeah, I mean, I think I did pretty well for making it work out for a solo trip and stuff. So it was a blast. If you would like to travel over there, that's all I have. I'm about to go take a big old nap, Sunday nap time. You know what I mean. And then please like and subscribe. But thanks. Bye.